me, baby.
Wait a minute!
You're a wizard, Harry.
I'm a what? I'm a what? I'm a what?
This shit gon' bang at least 6 summers. Pop the top, that bitch hot than the mother.
I don't know. It's like he had me under some sort of spell. Like he's a wizard or something.
Pop the lock off your muzzle. Niggas is dying like
1, 2, 3, and we're live.
We're live.
That easy.
We've started.
Yeah.
We've begun.
Yeah. So he's already
The pub is back. The young man left. He's in and out.
or out, dude. No
Kid's got-
tennis ball.
This is- He had the same argument with me earlier. I brought a tennis ball in. And he was like, "No, we don't do tennis balls in the pod." And I was like, "Well, that's bullshit. You should get a look at it."
Yeah.
We kind of have a similar hair color. Me and the young man.
You guys kind of look alike.
Oh my god, looks like my kid.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
Stuff I've done in my past. My
You
kid's
wish.
coming out with 4 legs.
Yeah. He's way too cute to be your kid.
You don't mean that, but that's all right. I'll take that to the bank.
Let me ask you this.
Ask it.
Scale of 1 to 10. How good do I look right now in this Taco Bell shirt?
Well, I'll tell you what. It's not just the Taco Bell shirt. You're in the golden hour right now.
Yeah,
that
what?
thing is glistening off of you.
With the light?
Dude, if you don't make a Visco by the end of this episode, you know what a Visco is? You ever heard of
I
this?
was just about to say, what's a Visco?
Visco is like hot girl Instagram.
Ooh.
So they have an Instagram, and then they'll make a link. And this is, I'm guessing, I don't know.
I do know what you're talking about.
Yep. It's
Yeah.
always in the bio. You click on there.
What is that?
Well, it's pretentious. It's annoying to be like, I have pictures here, but there's more pictures here.
Right, I don't understand. It's like, why do you have a link to go see pictures? You know what? They're always more artsy, though.
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
I think Tumblr got involved. Remember Tumblr was a big thing? People used to tumble around.
Yeah.
Tumblr was that was like OG social media where it
Yeah.
was just like, I'm posting a full body nude.
Yeah.
You know?
You know what's funny about the Visco thing is that I feel like it's girls who have private Instagram, but then it's like, but here's a link to
it's good.
other pictures.
Yeah, it's like a free sample.
Why don't you just make your profile not private?
I don't know. I think it's the things you got to do when you don't have much of a personnel.
Yeah.
You got to kind of dress that bad boy up.
All right, my mic's still on. Sorry.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I think it's the echo of this door being open. Do I
Let's see it.
still on?
Now we're talking in real time.
Good.
Oh, that sounds beautiful.
I think we're good.
Sounds maybe the
And
same.
If it gets fucked up, you live next door. I mean, that's
Yeah.
the primary reason that I had you on is that you're my closest friend.
That's pretty good.
Not
I mean,
in terms of relationship, in proximity.
yeah. Well, this is good. Now I can literally tell people I'm Brendan's closest friend.
Yeah.
By a landslide.
You're like, I've been telling people that. They're taking it a completely different
I'm
way.
like, dude, we practically live together.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
The listeners don't know, but Matt lives, we live in the same apartment complex.
we sure do.
Yeah.
We'll give our exact addresses, and we have passcodes to get in our apartments if you guys want to come check us out. We're heavy sleepers.
Check us out on Visco.
Check us out on Visco. We're starting one up. We'll be the first comedians to do Visco. That feels like a very, oh boy, come on, dude. What kind of etiquette is this, bro?
unbelievable.
Dude, this guy invites me over. He goes, look, I got headphones. I got a fucking aloe vera plant. I think this is real professional. Phone's ringing. The dog's got AIDS. This is just, I mean, we're...
I don't know why my phone's even on ringer. I've never had it on ringer.
Also, what's with the 2008 ringtone? What, are you better than me?
I've never changed. That's the automatic one.
You got to mix it up.
With what? You gotta put some Ludacris on there?
Crazy Frog? Remember that song?
No. How does that go?
Dun, 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 dun. You don't remember that one?
Now I do. I
No, you
didn't
don't.
know the title of it.
Dude, you can't wear a Taco Bell shirt and not know Crazy Frog.
I never heard that song. Went, what's the name of that? What's the name of this song? I'm gonna play that. That's gonna be my wedding song.
Well, you obviously weren't 9 in 2004 because that was my exact thought.
2004. I wasn't too far off.
Not too far off.
I was born in '93. What were you? Can I guess?
Yeah.
Well, I know math.
Yeah, you got it.
'96.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, I did not know
You had to
math.
think about that.
Dude, you said you know math. I don't know anything about
Yeah.
it. I've heard the rumors, but I don't know much of it.
Well, we went out to lunch because we're close friends.
That's right.
Close in proximity.
Sure.
The other day, and you mentioned you're 25.
25, going on 26 sometime next year. And pumped about it, terrified about it. Do you get, like, the closer you get to 30, because you're what, 36?
Oh, I'm approaching.
Yeah. What are you, 28?
I'm 28, yeah.
Is it scary? What's it like up there?
Yeah. Every
Yeah.
birthday now is just a countdown to 30.
Yeah.
Which is, only got 2 more.
2 more.
One more.
When's your birthday?
January. So.
Okay. All
so
right.
I'm
Well, you
almost
got some
20
time.
I'm almost 29,
That's crazy.
and then I'll be practically 30.
That's actually pretty fucking crazy. And I know that probably sounds like you know,
I
young
know
guy.
anybody that's above 30 is like, go fuck yourself, and
Yeah.
I get it. But when you were that age, I'm sure they felt that way too. It's
Yeah.
just the 30 is intimidating.
Yeah.
Where you're like, you feel like you should be a different person, but
Yeah.
in my mind, I'm like, I'm still 24.
Okay, that's what I've always wondered.
Yeah.
You know, it was kind of weird. Like, I had similar things where when I was like 17, I'm like, bro, when I'm 25, I'll have like 8 kids,
Yeah.
second marriage.
Yeah.
Like,
I remember like thinking that my brother's 3 years older than me.
Mm-hmm.
When he would hit certain ages, like 26, 30. He's only 31 now, but I remember being like, man, that seems so old.
Yeah.
That's so old.
it's crazy. I was actually talking to my roommate today about it. And I was like, I feel like by the time you're 32, you have to have it all figured out. So you spend 32 years figuring it out, and then you probably spend like 45 like regretting it. That's what I think is the...
But now that as I'm getting closer to 30, I realize how little you have figured out by then.
Yeah.
And also now, as we're getting older, we have a lot of friends that are in their 30s or late 30s, and you realize like 32 is still really young.
Yeah.
Extremely young.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. It's I mean, John Montag, shout out to John.
John who?
Some fat dude I did this podcast with. Yeah, he's kind of hard to be around and hard to look at.
Because the smell or just...
It's just his general demeanor. He's a very like angry, racist kind of guy, but I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
but
Montag.
something Montague.
I had him on the podcast.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Oh my God. For why?
I don't know. He also lives close.
Okay, so he's probably like your second closest friend.
He also told me that he's 6'4". Got here, he's maybe 5'11".
Yeah, he tends to do that because I think what I did, and I tend to do this with a lot of people. I inspire people. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people
With
look
your
at me.
height?
Just, I mean, everything about like my my nipples, everything.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are calling me like the young, tall Gary Vee.
I was gonna say you're very, very Gary Vee
A
inspirational.
lot of Gary Vee. I like to. Did you ever hear the thing where he told somebody that how he stays motivated is he wakes up every day and he envisions the 2 people he loves the most just got shot in the face.
No, is that
I
real?
swear to God. I swear to God. Some girl asked him, they're like at a college seminar, and she's like, hey, Gary, what do you do to stay really motivated, keep an emotional attachment to it? And he's like, every single day, I wake up and I imagine my 2 closest family members got shot in the face. And the girl kind of looked like...
She's like, Jesus, guy.
Yeah, first of all,
okay.
she's like taken aback, and then she's like, what does that even do for you?
She was like, I was thinking more of like a to-do list.
He's just,
Your whole family's been murdered. Go. What are you gonna do?
I'm going to
You
start
gonna
a small...
fold? What are you gonna quit?
I'm going to take out a PPE loan and then I guess start a small business. Sans my family. The young man's out.
Dude, in or out?
I love the indifference. All right, he's like, yeah, we'll do it.
Yeah. Go ahead. He'll be back. He'll
Dude.
be back.
You ever try to train your dog to like bring beer? You ever seen that kind of stuff?
The problem is the lack of thumbs.
Okay, I can see how
But
you
no, I
think
guess
that.
you can get it in the mouth. I have seen people do that where the dogs will just get it in their mouth and
Yeah.
bring it out. That would be fucking sick.
That would be incredible.
That would be sick.
That would
I'm
be
like,
a kind of thing.
You want a beer? And you're like, yeah, sure. And I'm
Yeah.
like, grab.
Exactly.
Two
You break
Millers.
it out. Yeah, you break it out.
Don't even acknowledge it.
Yeah,
he
dude.
just comes back. He cracks it open too. Need a bottle opener? No, Graham's got it.
He walks out and you're like, he has a really bad drinking problem. We should stop asking him for that.
We should work on that.
Yeah.
I'll work on that with him.
Well-
Next time you do the pod, he'll be getting us beers.
I think that'll be pretty sick. I'll do the same thing with my roommate. We'll see if we can get him to do that. Be the same
I
thing.
think we have a good chance with your roommate of teaching him.
I don't know, dude.
He's got the thumbs.
Actually, no.
No thumbs.
No, he's got 2.
Oh,
2, count them 2. You ever know anybody without a thumb?
a thumb? No, all my friends have had thumbs for the most part. A couple of fingers here and there.
Yeah.
Grandpa had a webbed toe. That
No
was pretty
way.
cool, yeah.
Great swimmer.
Yeah, phenomenal. He was in the Navy.
Yeah. No shit. Dude, he kind of just like knew what the gifts he had and just
Yeah.
kind of played into
They're
it.
like, what do you think, Army? He's like, Navy.
Come on.
Of course.
Yeah. He's
He
like,
was
check
in
out
the
this backstroke and you tell me where I'm going.
Navy. Yeah. He was like, I already have a built-in flipper.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Dude, I knew this girl, I can't imagine she would listen to this podcast.
Yeah, I can't imagine many people would.
Well, I'm right there with you. Welcome to Handsome Idiots.
Yeah, please.
But awful name for a
don't
podcast.
plug until I say, please.
I'll plug. How about this? We'll do this. I'll plug whenever the fuck I want to plug, Brendan.
Butt plug.
Wait, what,
This
dude?
is a
Is that your first
heterosexual-
sponsor?
Yeah. Sponsored by Butt Plugs. Come on down to...
BD's Butt Plugs.
Hell yeah. BD's BP's. New business venture.
The British Petroleum.
Matt and Brendan's Butt Plugs.
Matt and Brendan's 2 guys' names feels like it's appropriate.
Yeah.
Be weird if it was like, like how girls
Can't be a husband and wife.
I was gonna say it
operation.
can't be a couple endeavor.
Yeah.
It can't even be a 2-girl endeavor.
No.
Because like like they'll do the stuff where like most girls start a lot of like small businesses. Not to speak too broadly,
He's sexist.
it gets worse. No, they'll like everything's like kind of got the like live, laugh, love kind of like calligraphy look to it.
Oh yeah.
You can't do that with butt plugs.
No, that's a pretty that's a thick font
Yeah.
if you're gonna advertise. it.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a Times New Roman.
Yeah.
No fucking around. Bold Times New Roman.
It's like the Metallica lettering that they would have on their albums. It's just butt plug.
That's a plain white piece of paper, sign on the front door, butt plugs here.
Yeah.
Come and get it.
And then you have to like know a password to get in. Yeah.
I had questions for you.
Yeah.
And
Well,
here we
dude,
are.
my brain doesn't work good even at all. Like I just say a word and then I'll just like let's just talk about whatever we just said. But
Yeah, it's like that game. What is it called? Ad libs, like that ad lib game.
yeah. Oh, big fan
Is that
growing
what
up.
it's called?
Dude, I used to light up a family party with an ad lib.
Yeah, you know what was fun when a substitute teacher would bring it in. And you'd be
Yeah.
like, oh, Mad Libs. That's what
That's
it's
it,
called.
yeah.
You'd be like, we're fucking playing Mad Libs.
Dude, bro, plural noun, boobs.
Oh yeah.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Lighting it
Say it
up.
in front of the 5th grade class. Yeah, I'm the king of school. I just said boobs to a teacher. Got so many laughs. 5th grade is when I found out I was somewhat funny.
Okay. Why do you say that?
Because I finally just got comfortable enough to start. Is this for real?
Dude,
Is this
I'm
for
firing
real?
you, bro.
Sorry, this is.
Dude, this is-
Gotta take this. No, it's nobody. Wow, that's embarrassing.
Nah, dude, fuck it.
But oh, Jesus Christ.
What do you got? What is that?
Nothing. I just I think I accidentally had.
Also,
my
what time
mom
was that? Your 4:52 alarm, bro? What are you,
To,
a sociopath? All right,
pick
5
up
o'clock.
pick up my children.
Fair enough. How they doing?
I don't know.
Good, but you were funny in 5th grade.
Forget their names because I finally had the balls to start just messing around and wasn't as worried about getting in trouble.
Yeah. What about you, big dog? You like getting in trouble? Nah, he's probably a hit with the ladies, dude.
What do you need, man? What do you need?
He's actually just checking on us.
Speaking of funny, as a fellow comedian,
Yeah.
let me say R.I.P. Norm Macdonald, dude.
Dude,
Believe
I
that
mean,
news.
that
that hit pretty hard.
That was genuinely awful.
Yeah.
That was a tough one.
He's young, man.
It's 61 is like had at least 20 years left.
Yeah.
And 18 very funny ones.
I really like a lot of times when a celebrity dies, you see all the posts and everybody, of course, somehow makes it about themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Man, the one time I saw so and so, and they were so nice to me, and they said I had a good set.
Yeah.
Like that never happened.
Okay.
But with all the Norm posts, I have really been appreciating because everybody has a different story that's really funny.
Yeah, it was cool to just see.
It's legendary.
First of all, and just seeing people posting clips that maybe you hadn't seen yet. So it
Yeah.
was cool to just like go down all of his.
There's a lot of stuff that I had never seen that I'm like, oh my! Like somebody just posted him on Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee with Seinfeld.
Yeah.
And he goes to Jerry, who's like, it's funny to me that they're friends because Norm, Jerry's so clean and Norm is just such a wild card.
Right.
But he says to him, now do you think, I can't do a Norm impression, so I'm not even going to try, but he was like, do you think that, the Cosby, the situation, the accusations are going to affect his brand and comedy? And Jerry's like, yeah, I think it will. And he's like, I saw the comedian Patton Oswalt said that the worst part about it was the hypocrisy. And he goes, no, for me, it was the rapes. Because it was the rapes. He was like, I never, I don't think any of the victims were like, okay with the rapes. It was like, what was even worse? The hypocrisy. Says that Seinfeld's dying, which makes it even funnier.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he had so many good moments.
Dude, I was watching one. That's literally like the past day and a half. I've just been like watching.
That's all I've been doing, yeah.
Compilations. The one where he's on Conan, like early Conan.
Yeah.
And I don't know the actress's name. You've probably seen it. Where
he says
chairman of the board, and then Conan goes,
so quick.
do something with that, you freak. And
Yeah.
it's spelled BORED.
Oh my God,
I mean,
just absolutely nails it.
murders. Like,
Nails it. And it's just so funny too because usually those things are so scripted and it really did seem very off the cuff that he said something like that. Yeah, I forget the actress that he's talking to, but he just keeps interjecting. I literally before you got here was just watching it.
Yeah.
And he just keeps interjecting and then he keeps making jokes out of it and then says that and just absolutely nails
It's
it.
incredible. Like I
Saves
did the
the
same
interview.
thing, and it's. I mean, a lot of those are fucking snoozers without him on there, dude.
Oh, yeah.
It's some of the celebrities. It's almost like they know. Like, I mean, imagine Conan has some idea. Like, all right, this is not going to be an easy one. I'll let Norm stick around for the next segment.
Yeah.
You know.
You watch the early Conan too, and he's so much less. Like now, his show's done, but you would watch Conan in the later years, and he's an absolute master. I mean, I love Conan, but the early days when he's super young, like the interviews were a little bit choppy and stuff. And that one in particular, it seemed like Conan was having a really hard time, like getting some good answers, and then Norm just comes in and just starts murdering.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
And it's funny. You think it would be because he's a talented guy. He's aware of like show business and how these shows work. And so you think like, oh, maybe he's recognizing that this is a tough interview, and now he wants to help out. Which I think it's actually he recognizes it's a tough interview. It's so easy to be funny right now. Like it's so easy to make fun of this.
That's so true. From watching all this stuff, it seems like he was a guy that identified when there was tension, and then he got excited about it.
Oh,
Where he was
loved
like,
it.
how can I either just make this worse?
Yeah.
Like I'm just gonna either build more tension or break the tension.
Yeah.
And he just loved like even the roast of Bob Saget I was watching, where he just purposely bombs.
Just wrote like dad jokes.
He's
just wrote like
roasting the idea of a roast.
Yes.
And just absolutely bombs. And then it just keeps getting funnier the worse the jokes are.
Right.
Like he was unlike anybody else.
He's
so funny.
the one thing I liked in watching all of his clips, the coolest thing and like to watch as a comedian is he is the proof that like if you start out rough but you don't falter or waver,
just commit.
When you get there, it'll be so funny.
Yeah.
And you're going to get there
Yeah.
at some point. If you're funny enough. I mean, some people just,
I think it was his confidence too. Like he seemed like as it would start to get worse, like if he's having a set and people aren't getting it, it seemed like he enjoyed that. And he would just go, "Oh, you're
It's
really
great.
gonna
Yeah.
hate me now." And
It's just
keep
that
going.
like level of confidence to just be like, I'm not worried they're not laughing. I know I'm funnier than they are.
He just gave no fucks.
It's incredible.
Like the true, which is so hard to do. Everyone says, "Oh, so and so doesn't give a fuck," or "I don't give a shit." Like to truly give to be fucking around on national TV. I heard Brewer tell the story where they hired all these SNL members. It was like him, Daryl Hammond, Norm, and to do this clean gig. And they're like, absolutely no cursing.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, you guys have been on live TV. You guys are used to that. And Norm just gets up and immediately starts going, talking about...
if you could fuck an animal or something.
if you could fuck an animal or like getting fucked in the ass.
Yeah.
And just starts completely... He just goes right into it.
Doesn't care. That's the thing, dude. People who say like, oh, I don't give a fuck. First of all, it's like, bro, you work at Starbucks. Like, you definitely give some level of fucks. Second of all, the people who give a fuck are not the people who are like, I don't care. The people who give a fuck are just like, you explain the consequences, and they're like, why would I think about that? I don't know. You know?
Yeah, it did not seem to faze him. Like, any level of bombing or what people would think. He's like, I don't give a shit.
It's a very, you got a little inspiration in there, I felt it, you know?
Did you see Joe List post, I think my favorite
Oh,
thing
perfect.
about this,
Yeah,
where
perfect.
It was Norm reached out to him on Twitter, just saying, during the pandemic, which was pretty recent, obviously, and he was like, hey, Joe, just wanted to see how you're doing during these troubling times. And
First of all, an extremely thoughtful thing to send anybody. Like,
the fact that he would just reach out to people just to see how they're doing.
Right.
So nice. And Joe says something like, hey, I'm hanging in there. I've had about $11,000 worth of gigs canceled, which, I guess it's for the best. But thanks for checking in. How are you? And he just goes, you had your whole year canceled?
whole year canceled. It's so good, dude. It's so good.
Just a slam dunk, man.
It's incredible. Well, like we said, RIP to Big Norm.
Yeah.
And, we got to be funny to make Daddy proud.
Did you have any, if you had to say your favorite SNL cast members, like top, I don't know, 3 or 5 that immediately come to mind?
Like the cast itself or like actual people?
Yeah, just anybody that's ever been on the show that are your favorites.
Well, especially my age. Like my golden era is like Kristen Wiig and Bill Hader and Fred Armisen, like that whole group.
That's funny.
Like the late 2000s kind of. Yeah. That was like right. And Bill Hader to me is like a comedic genius.
I love Bill Hader.
Love Bill Hader.
He has one of my favorite roast moments too. I forget who it was that was roasting, but he did Mr. Hollywood.
Oh, and like the track jacket and shit. Yeah,
so
yeah.
Man.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff that like that's an easy miss. Like you have to plan that.
Yeah,
it's
if that
like,
doesn't go well,
dude, then you're the guy bombing in a track jacket. It's like, good God above.
Yeah, and you're in a wig and you're in the sunglasses. Like if you crack in the least bit and show a little bit of weakness,
It's done.
and you got to finish that set. That terrifies me.
Oh, that's the craziest thing, dude. Like, that's like, that is the pinnacle. The only thing I can get close to is like one time when I first started doing stand up. It's because to me the equivalent is like bombing in an act out.
Yeah.
Like the early parts of an act out,
yes.
and then you got to keep doing it.
Yeah.
Dude, it was like my third time doing stand up, and I just did a long elaborate bit that involved me doing a southern accent, which is like, hey, dude, go fuck yourself to begin with. Like, go fuck yourself to begin with.
But then you got to finish it. You're right.
Well, dude, to make it worse, I had a shirt that I was like, I'm wearing this shirt to this mic tonight. Weird guy.
What kind of shirt?
You might be thinking in your head, there's no way that it was like a cartoon Hercules shirt, right? You're probably thinking that. You're wrong. It absolutely was a cartoon Hercules shirt. Dude, who am I?
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Big Hercules fan?
love Hercules.
I mean, it's a great tune.
Elite tune, great guy. I like to pretend I look like him. Only redheaded superhero,
Really? Yeah, I guess so.
right?
Because
Yeah.
there's not many fire crotch superheroes out there.
Well, or some FC SHs, yeah, FCHHs we call each other.
Anyway, are there no others?
Maybe
I guess
like
you would know. I mean, you definitely, I'm sure, have done some research.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think we're alone.
Hercules could be argued as brown hair, though.
Well,
I might have to rewatch.
the funny thing is, if you do that, I will kill your family. But like, that's not either here nor there. But yeah. So I like, dude. I go to the mic. No, it's fucking not a good story.
Please.
I go to the mic and I'm like, I got this shirt ready. I'm like, bro, let me wash this shirt.
Yeah.
We'll be good to go. What I used to do is I would go to the gym, get done at the gym,
hate
and
it.
then go to do a mic.
Yeah.
So I would bring my change of clothes, I'd shower at the gym, and then I'd hit the road. So I bring my clothes, I'm like all ready to go. I'm like a new comic. I've done well these
Yeah.
past 2 times. I haven't had my first bomb yet,
Right,
which,
right.
like relative bomb. I'm sure it was
course.
doing awful then.
Of course.
And
And you're jacked up too. Are you a big meathead at this point?
I'm a thicker broad. Yeah, I'm one of the thicker broads in the club, you
Sure.
could say. And so I am getting ready. Pants go on, shoes go on. Go to put the shirt on. Shrunk in the wash.
Oh man.
Shrunk in the wash,
Not only
dude.
is it a Hercules one, but now you're fitted.
Dude, I look like I invented the gay pride parade. I am wearing a fitted Hercules shirt.
Yeah.
And it's powder blue.
And you're like pumped up, like you just got done the gym.
Like, so I got like a little bit. Yeah, I got a little bit to me.
Probably just did chest and biceps.
Little chest and bicep day, and in the back of my head, it's worse
Which is
because
every day for you.
which is every day for me. I'm not
Every-
gonna do legs, bro. What am I fucking run away from my feelings? But and in the back of my head, it's even worse because I know that my mom bought the shirt for me, so I even have more subtext in my brain going
Sure.
on about it.
And everybody else does too.
They can feel it. They're
Yeah.
looking at me and they're like, "There's no adult man who buys that shirt for himself."
Yeah.
His mother does it.
So I like the shirt choice actually. I'm wearing a Taco Bell shirt. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but that's a cool like, hey, I like beer at night.
But
I don't know what that means.
I like beer at night and diarrhea in the morning.
Dude, sounds like a foreign guy's first sentence. I like beer at night.
I like beer at night.
And in the morning, women.
Yeah, yeah. But no, so I respect that, hey, I like Hercules. I'm going to
Yeah.
wear a shirt. But I think it's that it shrunk.
Yeah.
That's the pain of it. Man, the sun is right in my eyes.
How you feeling about that? I got a pair of glasses. You want to throw these puppies on?
Oh, yeah.
Get in there, dude.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, dude. You're going to look like a fucking retired
Man,
jazz
this
musician.
looks so cool.
Oh, hell yeah, bro. This pod just got casted right now.
Wow.
Oh, dude.
Now, I've been seeing people do this, and I think now that I've transitioned, I have to do every podcast with sunglasses on.
Yeah, I think so. That's actually pretty sick, dude.
Yeah.
You're going to have to, like, text me, be like, can I borrow your glasses today?
Actually, I got a pair of these, but these are definitely nicer.
Yeah,
Man,
dude. Yeah,
good
I
move.
balled out.
So now you're in a tight Hercules shirt. People
Tight
are
Herc shirt.
Is he flexing in a Hercules shirt?
He's holding the serpent, the thing that he kills in the movie.
Yeah.
And he's got Meg in the frame. So there's he's getting some, some punani.
Meg's hot.
Meg's a
too.
babe back
Good
in the day,
soundtrack.
dude.
I
Oh
really
my god,
loved
dude.
it.
Dude, because they like that's when Disney stopped being racial.
Right.
So put it that way.
They were like, "Hey, black girls are way better singers. Can we
way
please
better.
include some?" Yeah.
And I mean, it's funny that they're like, we're doing a story about Greek mythology. What kind of music lends itself to Greek mythology?
Yeah, they're like, "How about Motown?
How about
and gospel?"
soulful black music?
Yeah.
But by the way, it's like shrunk to the point where like I can't put my hands over my head, or else I got belly button coming out.
Sure.
And I got an orange happy trail. Nobody needs to be a part of that.
Yeah. Do you have an innie or outie?
Any people who have an out? You have an Audi?
No. Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ! I was gonna be like, if you're diabetic and you have an Audi, you need to be put in federal prison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would have to chop it right off.
I think so. I
Yeah.
think that's the rule. Yeah.
Yeah. How do you even get? I mean,
I never, dude. I think people who have it,
I couldn't tell you the last time I saw an Audi belly button.
Oh, dude, you shouldn't. It shouldn't be around.
No. I mean, who wants a cork for a belly button?
But, like, is that, like, when they pulled the umbilical cord out, they just, like, were like, they couldn't get it, and they
it up.
tugged a little
And
hard?
it's like, how about a little more off the top, guy?
Yeah, so you'd get
I don't want my kid walking around with a stub.
You need a literal skin fade. You need to get that shit fucking buzzed off,
Yeah.
dude.
All right, so sorry, we keep getting sidetracked.
No, this is my brain. This is how it is.
Love it.
But so I go to the mic. It's like Ortalibs in
Sure.
Philly.
Yeah.
You ever been there?
Yeah.
So I don't know anybody. I'm by myself. Everybody immediately, you feel like the energy of the room changed because I'm like new guy. It's like a mic, so it's always like the same 15 people.
Yeah. Also,
it's-
anybody in physical good shape gets eyes looked at them at a comedy
Maybe
mic,
so. Yeah.
where they're like, who's this guy?
Who's this guy? Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes in a good way where it's like, hey, I might want to bang this dude. Most of the time it's like, I hate this dude.
Well, yeah, well, I think I had a little bit of grace where I walked in, I'm wearing that shirt, and I ordered a White Claw, and they're like, a new gay comic. A new gay has
This guy's
entered the
woke
fold.
and dope.
He's is cute.
I like this
Oh
guy.
my God.
Fuck yeah.
The power and strength. Oh, my
Yeah.
God, he must do biceps. But so like the mic's going on. I'm like 20th. Go up. The whole room has stayed. It was kind of just like perfect to bomb. The whole, like, people usually start leaving around like 12, 13, whatever.
Yeah, as soon as they get up, they're like, hey, I did my set.
Basically, yeah. 20, I got like a packed house, and I'm like, it's time to fucking Eddie Murphy this bitch up right now.
Yeah.
I go up there, first joke, awful. Second joke, awful. Third joke, I thought it was funny, like the concept of a koozie.
Yeah.
So I was like, I feel like that was like a white trash invention. Bro, I do a southern accent for no exaggeration. And I used to like time everything like 58 seconds. And I'm just getting like,
That's a lifetime.
it went from like, what is this stares to like, oh no, like concerned mom stares.
Yeah.
And come off stage, like barely any clapping. Usually I was just like, I couldn't believe it. It was, especially now looking retrospectively, I've never seen anybody do as bad as I did in that moment. And I definitely was the shirt. Like, there's a lot of shirt, dude.
This shirt makes it so much better.
And it's like chilly in there, so I got poppy nippies. Like, I got nips popping through.
You got to bring the shirt back. Maybe cut the sleeves
It's at my
off.
parents' house. I'll bring it by sometime.
Maybe cut the sleeves off and hit a mic this week.
Dude, I'll fucking...
People bring it up, don't even say anything. What do you mean?
I'm gonna look like the fucking lead singer of Queen if I rock that shit, which would be sick. I'm not mad at that. But then the guy comes on after I get off. The guy goes, give it up for Matt Peoples. And he goes, Matt, I know that was tough, which is like, don't say that to me. I'll kill myself in front of you.
Right.
And then he's like, I know that was tough, but you could be the next Louis C.K., a disgraced pervert. And I was like, I gotta never do comedy ever again.
God.
It was brutal, dude.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Yeah. I've had some historic bombs, as we all have. My one of the worst I've ever had, which was a legit show, is the second time I ever did stand up. So the first time I did it was in college. It was a competition. All my friends came out, so you have the delusion of. So I won the competition because it was all people that have never done comedy before. We were all students.
Yeah.
And I had a bunch of friends come out. It happened to go well, but it's also like I was doing like specific like jokes about our school.
Yeah.
So it was very in the moment. It's like when you see somebody kill at an open mic and they're doing all inside jokes where it's like, hey, buddy, try that on a weekend show.
Exactly.
And you're gonna learn a lot about
yeah.
yourself. So they booked me for a fashion show for the school, which is like a fundraiser thing. So they have the kids in the school that are displaying the
okay,
fashion or
that's
whatever.
kind of cool.
But I'm like, yeah, I've done comedy once before. I won the competition.
Yeah, dude.
I was like, do you want me to do a brand new 10 minutes? I'll do a brand new 10 minutes. Like, absurd. So I'm like, yeah, sure. I get there. There's like 100 to 150 people in this room.
Yeah.
Of audience. But a lot of them are parents of the people that came to see.
Okay.
They have no idea. This is not a comedy show. This is a fashion thing. And then they booked like the school dance team. and then the last comic standing from University of Scranton, Brendan Donegan.
There he is, dude.
I ate the biggest cock.
No.
10 minutes of death.
Do you remember any bits or anything? Can you give it I just like to hear the
Yeah.
context of like what somebody tried.
Here was one of my jokes that I thought was killer.
Okay.
I said, My sister's really dumb. She once asked me what Obama's last name was.
Dude, just a story.
And
What
that's
are you,
it.
11 years old?
No
dude?
setup, no real like context. It gets nothing. It gets absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
I remember at one point I was trying to do a bit about what it's like doing a walk of shame, and you come out like with girls it's really shameful, but with guys you come out and it's like you're Brian Dawkins coming out of the tunnel.
Yeah.
But I was doing an act out.
Okay,
Right?
that's
Like,
what it is.
But then it was getting nothing, and I
Yeah.
had to fucking do it still.
Oh, yeah.
And then go like, so anyways, my sister's really dumb, and come back into it. And all my friends came. Everyone, because they just saw me come off the competition.
Yeah, they're like, this guy's got
And
it,
they're like,
dude.
we got to see him. It just 10 minutes of death. I forget my last joke because I'm so... Remember your first time bombing where you get so shook that you forget everything?
Oh, yeah.
That was one of those moments where I remember... Somehow I remembered like enough to do like 10 minutes of death.
Which is admirable. That's a pretty impressive thing.
It was so... But so I did the first joke and that bombed, and I remember like being like,
It's like in Call of Duty when like a grenade would go off and it would ring in your ears, and you're like,
exactly what it was like, dude. It was just like a flash grenade went off, and I was like, you have to get your bearings where you're like, where am I? How did I get here? What am I doing? And then I like somehow got enough, so I finished it, absolute bomb, forget my last joke, and I go, all right, I'm just going to wrap it up here, you guys. Walk off. And then
dude.
It was just a mass exodus, me and all my friends. So I'm like, let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I walk out. All of my friends come out with me. And then they're doing that thing where we're in the elevator going back to our place. And they're like, man, that crowd was weird, huh? And I'm like, don't even. I'm like, you
dude.
don't have to do that.
Yep.
I know what just happened in there.
Oh, my God.
It was me.
Oh,
It was
it's a
me.
nightmare.
I'll never actually forget it. Like that feeling.
You can't.
And like it made me better because after you have something where you're like, it can't possibly get much worse than that. So then you're like, all right, well, it gets a lot of fear out of you, but you still don't forget that.
No, you can't. Especially that like early on, dude. Like that's like
Second time
traumatizing.
ever. Yeah, I mean, I didn't after that. I was probably a junior or senior in college, and I didn't perform for 2 years after that.
Oh, was that when you kind of like took a little?
I only did it twice when I was in
Wow.
school, and then I graduated. I started working, and then I wasn't doing stand up at all. And it was like 2 years after like working full time where I stumbled back into it again, and then I didn't stop. But from that moment, I didn't perform again for like 2 or 3 years.
Holy shit, dude! You fucking Jordaned your beginning of stand up. You fucking put out the press release.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Like
Where'd you
ever,
go?
Were you ever in it?
You're like, remember when I did bad like 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Well, now I'm back.
Yeah, it was so bad.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
I love it. I love a good bomb story. That's what brings a comic and another comic together. It's just knowing that the thing that we do, putting ourselves out there in the biggest degree, and just both agreeing that sometimes it goes horrifically bad.
Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing that quite bonds you more like a good bomb story.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's good, especially when you know the guy's good.
Yeah. Yeah, because you're like, hey, that just happens sometimes, and you know that feeling. You've like come up through the bunkers with your
It's with
comedy
your
brethren.
homies.
Yeah.
The sweet boys, dude.
Yeah. It's a fucking tough business, man.
I don't know why we do it. We should really get out of it as soon as possible.
We've talked about this before, but sometimes you're envious of people where you're like, I wish that I didn't have the desire to do this.
Yeah, I
sometimes
know.
because it takes a lot out of you.
Dude.
And it's my favorite thing to do. Blah blah blah. Kill myself. But
Yeah.
you're like, but when you see other people where you're like, oh, you don't have this constant need of validation to make strangers laugh and all this stuff. You're like, God, wouldn't that be a life? To
It's
live?
like I talked to my roommate about it, who's just like the chillest dude. And like we'll watch stand up. Like we went and saw Chris Stefano Punchline.
Yeah.
And I had a hard time enjoying it. Now Chris is like one of my favorite comedians.
Yeah, but you're just thinking.
Because I'm just thinking like, oh man, I wish I was killing like he is, or I wish like I was on the show with them or something. Like you have a hard time just like sitting there.
Yeah.
And then like you watch like a comedian do well. Like we'll watch like a special or just like clips on YouTube, and I'll be like, you don't watch that and be like, oh, I want to be doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
My buddy's like, no, I want to be in the audience, like drinking and having a good time. I'm like, that's
so much better.
so much better, so
Yeah.
much healthier in the brain.
Oh yeah.
'Cause-
He's gonna live a happier life.
Well, it's like, the court jester was not a big high-profile guy back in the day. It was the king who asked to watch him, who was the
Right.
one who got shit going on.
Yeah.
We're the ones who were like, check out my fucking tap dancing
Yeah,
and shit,
a
dude.
lot of people didn't look at the jester and go, I want to be that guy.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people. I don't like. Maybe I don't know. I feel like the jester though is the guy who sneakily bangs the queen. You know?
Yeah, but then he gets his head chopped off.
Yeah, but you want to be the jester who didn't bang the queen and stayed alive, or the guy who got in there, made his move?
Yeah, but
I mean, the jester isn't even involved in chess. He doesn't even have a piece.
No. But in what situation? Can you give me one example where the jester comes through and gets the girl in the end? In movies, the jester's never banging out the piece.
I'm trying to think.
He's the joke where the girl's like, he's the funny friend.
Yeah, he's the main character's best friend.
Yeah.
But he ends up with a good-looking girl in the end, typically.
Give me an example.
Oh. You know,
I'm sure there. I mean, I guess you could look at. Yeah, well, you know
Bro, what, like she's out of your league or something. Like the main character's a nerdy guy who is a funny guy.
But the jester is T.J. Miller,
who I think dates
buddy.
the girl, the black-haired girl.
Oh, does he wind up with her?
Doesn't he? Or am I making this up 100%?
I'm sure there's any rom-com. There's probably plenty of examples.
Gotta be. Just think, guys.
It's just tough to think on the spot.
What do they say on Tuesdays? Call in, guys. Let us know if you have any.
Let us know.
Recommend diesels.
If you've watched She's Out of My League, please call in and give us the update.
Let them know. And it just really fully set in that you're wearing sunglasses indoors. At first I was like, well, you need sunglasses. It's sunny. But then it kind of kicked in that you're wearing sunglasses indoors. And it's kind of funny that if you do get sunburned during the podcast, you can break this bitch open and just start rubbing.
That's right.
That's what it is.
Good eye. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
That is an alibi.
I mean, you think I don't know what that shit looks like with this fucking skin? Are you out of your mind?
You're like, that is water and aloe plant.
Dude, every time I walk in a room, I'm looking for the nearest sunscreen. I'm like, where can I get a hold of this?
Fuck yeah.
I'm shifty, bro.
Irish man.
Irish guy, although I think Scottish, Irish, I don't know. I got real big into like the history of Ireland, which is kind of shitty when you look it up and they were just like, yeah, they were regular people. The Vikings came, beat the fuck out of them.
Yeah.
And then they spoke a weird Gaelic.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Sam, my girlfriend, podcast listeners, you guys know her. You love her. She's getting her dual citizenship in Ireland.
No shit.
Yeah, Ireland.
How come? Is there like a specific reason?
Just in case I need to escape.
Yeah, dude, with the way comedy's going,
No, she just figures like her grandparents are from Ireland, which is how you can get it, and she was like, might as well. Like, I don't know. Like,
yeah.
It's a cool thing I can get. God, I knew that. I don't think you can hear the train outside of, but do you hear that?
A little bit. Sounds cool.
Anyways, I keep going off of tangents, but yeah, she was like, I might as well just get it. Like, I don't know, like in case.
That's fucking
She's
sick,
like, I can do it. Might as well take advantage.
That's so funny that she's planning to leave you, and this is where she's like getting around it. She's like,
nice Irish lad.
She's like, no, I'm just gonna check out Ireland for 2 or 3 decades and then see what's up with you afterward.
Can you do an Irish accent?
I can do a couple accents. Let's see. In real time. You do one first.
Let's see who can do one better. But
right, you go.
Throw out a sentence, and then we'll both try to do it and see whose is better. So you give a sentence. I'll go first, and then you.
I don't want to give you like a top of the morning. What about like a?
Yeah, give me just a regular.
My cousin is from east of Dublin.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
My cousin's from east of Dublin. Brendan Donegan, Irish accent. Take one. This is gonna.
I'm scared for you, dude.
Oh man, this is. You feel the cousin. It's like, how do you say that with an Irish
This is a real act out with 2 people present in the room.
My cousin was from east of Dublin. That's not bad.
That's okay.
All right.
A little Russian, it felt like.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Whew. All right. Just kind of. Can I step into character for a second?
Sorry.
Thanks.
Sorry.
Don't fuck
take
my
your time.
process.
I don't want to fuck up your process.
Liam Neeson. All right. Here we go.
Here we go.
Now we're going.
Don't even think about it. Just
not even thinking. Ready to go. All right. What was the sentence?
My cousin is from east of Dublin.
That's right.
Yep. Take one.
My cousin is from east of Dublin.
That's pretty good.
Can't be good. Can't be good,
That's pretty good.
Oh, dude.
You hit it with a different speed. That threw me off.
I felt like the speed. I feel like they're quick speakers.
That's true.
You know?
That's very true.
They're always shifty. They're always stealing stuff.
Mine was Russian because Russian's more drawn out because they're hammered off vodka.
Yeah. Well, Irish, they're hammered off like Guinea or whatever.
Yeah. It's
Guinness.
Have you ever been to Ireland?
No, we're actually planning it a little bit, me and my friends loosely. We did one of those get hammered and text about going to Ireland kind of deals. You ever do that?
I have those twice a year.
We do those about once a week. We knock one of those out. Different country. We've gotten down to Kenya. We're like, what are we doing?
You wake up, you're like, I don't know. It seems kind of dangerous.
We're going to till the farms? What are we doing down there?
Ireland's definitely a place I want to go, though.
But you haven't been?
No.
You've been outside of the country?
Yes, I went to Cancun.
Okay, there you go.
And Iceland.
Oh, Iceland's sick. My buddy's there right now, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dude, it was, I haven't been outside of the country, outside of those two places, but one of my favorite places.
Is it sick? It looks cool.
It was awesome, dude. It was so cool. I went to Reykjavik, which is like this small, cool town, and just went in the summer, so the scenery was beautiful. It's just this cool little town.
Yeah.
Like it was all. I would love to go back every year if I could.
Yeah, it looks beautiful. It looks like the movie Twilight. You ever see the way the movie Twilight was shot?
With the gay one?
The two gay, yeah, they both have Hercules shirts on in the movie. Yeah, those ones.
Robert Pat?
Robbie Pat's in his heyday, dude. You want to talk about a guy who used to light up the 13-year-old girl community? Not touching wise, but they were big fans of him.
Oh, dude, I was Team Taylor.
Nah, dude, that kid
had a fucking 10-pack.
Nah, dude, that kid had Asperger's for every ab that he had on there. That guy,
He was Shark Boy.
He was Shark Boy. Dream. You remember that shit?
No, I didn't actually see it, but I knew he was Shark Boy.
Dude, don't fucking come in here.
You grew up and like Shark Boy was right, your
Yeah.
age demographic. I was a couple years ahead, bro.
Okay, fair.
Yeah,
I was a big Shark Boy. Lava Girl.
But Lava Girl was a piece.
Oh my god,
from
dude.
what I remember.
Dude, pink hair. She
was a
was
Spy Girls
early Antifa girls with the pink hair and the fucking.
What happened to Taylor Lautner?
I think Hollywood was just like, what are we doing? Casting this? Like, they were like watching him deliver lines, and they were like all looking at each other like, who the fuck let this guy in?
Yeah, they're like, if this guy is in a role with a shirt on, I don't know if
It's
gonna
weird.
work, if
Yeah,
it's gonna
dude.
work.
They cast him as a doctor, and by like the third take, they're like, just take the fucking lab coat off. It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, just strip down, buddy.
He's like, all right, yeah, okay.
Yeah, he
I'll do
hasn't
it.
been in anything though.
Not that I've seen, but Bobby Pat's is like lighting it up. That's why, like, you gotta be Team Edward. No.
No, I mean, I don't know. I've never actually seen the movies, but I'll tell you, Team Edward or Team Robert Pat.
Yeah.
From Harry Potter.
Oh yeah, dude.
Devastating blow.
Tough loss for the Harry Potter community.
You know what, dude? Looking back, he should have been banging Cho Chang that whole. I mean, he was.
Yeah, I think he was getting around. I think they alluded to it a little bit.
Yeah. Here's the most unrealistic part about Harry Potter. You ready for this?
Okay.
He's a celebrity.
Uh-huh.
He beats the bad guy, saves the school every year, and he gets zero pussy.
Zero pussy.
Like, every girl would be lining up to date HP.
You know what it is, though? He's still such a nice guy that they're kind of like, it's kind of just...
They're like, why don't you have
too
confidence?
easy. Yeah,
You're the only one. Not only can you beat Voldemort, we can't even say his name.
Yeah, dude.
He's like, yeah, Voldemort. He's like, yeah, I grew up with the guy.
I mean, also, it doesn't help that he's the only 14-year-old wearing bifocals. Like, I don't know. I mean, at some
enough
point...
with the John Lennon look, Harry.
Well, they also allude to, apparently in the book, he's, like, loaded. Like, his parents were rich.
another thing.
It's like,
He's
bro,
rich.
like, yeah.
Flex a couple coins
You're
at
right.
these broads.
Yeah, you're right, dude.
Yeah, take them off on your Nimbus 2000.
I know, you can't get your Potter wet, you pussy. What are you doing, dude?
Like, that's the most unrealistic part. And then they hook him up with Ginny. Come on.
Yeah, lazy, bro. Don't give him a redhead.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to talk about a redheaded superhero. She fucking pulled The Boy Who Lived. She might be up there in the ranks.
Yeah. Or, Ron. I mean, Ron should be your, hero. Right?
Ron is an interesting case study in gingers because 98% of the ginger community is hideous.
Sure.
Right? There's about 2% that are, you can look at them and not throw up. I like to consider myself in that 2%.
You, Carrot Top, who else?
Carrot Top's a tough guy to look at, dude. You catch him from a down angle from a camera.
From any angle.
Dude, that guy looks like he's up to no good.
There's no angle where you're like, that's the spot.
It's unbelievable that he had red hair and he was like, I guess I'll be a prop comic.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And he's like, I'm gonna name myself Carrot Top.
Yeah.
Lean into that.
It's crazy.
But so
Ron
let's explore this.
is a...
Rupert Grint.
Rupert Grint is an
name.
undeniably hideous guy.
Yeah, no, he's...
No, you get a good look at him.
Traditionally speaking.
Dude, if you lined up him and Ed Sheeran, you'd be... Like, can you imagine two, like, aliens come to Earth?
He makes Ed Sheeran look hot.
He does.
No. Wait. Ed Sheeran makes him look hot. Ed
Yeah, you're
Sheeran
right.
is a crawler.
I mean, that guy is a I mean, I can't imagine...
Before he was famous, he was living under a bridge somewhere.
Like, if they were going to redo the movie It and they wanted to, like, shave some dollars off the budget, skip all the costume and makeup, just cast Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
He can bring his guitar and shit and go up to whatever he's got to do.
Yeah.
No, he's a rough-looking guy.
Yeah. He makes Rupert look wonderful.
He does. He makes Rupert look good.
Yeah.
But again, that's what it is. Gingers are we're a scary-looking group of kids. We're odd birds.
Yeah.
You know?
Who's the most handsome, the number one ginger in the market?
It's got to be a woman. Like there's women who are gingers who are gorgeous.
I don't even consider that the same category. Like nobody cares of a ginger female.
Yeah, no, they're just they're just regular good-looking people.
Who are the most famous? Cheeto Santino?
Ugly kid. Nah, he's a decent-looking guy.
He's a good-looking dude.
Well, there's that one guy who's I'll never remember his name, and the way I'm going to reference him, you ever seen the Percy Jackson movie?
No.
All right. Well, he plays Poseidon. By the way, I'm 25.
You're really dating me, dude.
Well, I just said about what did I do? Fucking Sharp Boy and Lava Girl into Twilight into this. I'm just yeah, dude.
Percy Jackson.
I'm like a 14-year-old girl at the Deffert Mall, just like living it up, bro.
Yeah, you and Graham are probably the two best looking gingers I know. He's considered red, like a red. Like his siblings, it was like you can get black and white, and then his color was considered red.
Oh yeah, he's a red kid.
Yeah,
for sure. It's kind of funny. My buddy just had a kid. If you ever see it, shout out Austin. He just had a kid, and his kid has red hair, and he denies it. He's like, no, it's blonde. And I'm like, bro, look at that. That's got orange tint to it.
Yeah.
Refuses to admit to it.
Yeah.
Also, just found out the kid has a peanut allergy. So shout out to the young man.
Really doubling down on the struggles there.
Peanut allergy, bro. My girlfriend has one.
Really?
It's like, what are you doing?
How do you get it?
Simply don't have it. Like, bro, eat the peanut, and then just like flex and don't let your throat close.
Can you grow out of that sort of thing?
I think in some cases you can, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's a common thing. But I think it's a thing. Like I had asthma when I was a kid.
Did you?
Yeah, I probably still have it now, but in my head I grew out of it.
Were you bullied?
Oh yeah. Are you kidding me, dude?
The ginger thing's not even really a thing anymore. But for some reason, when you're little, it's people are like, "Oh, you got red hair." It's
well,
like,
dude,
yeah, who gives a fuck?
It's it's
probably a 5'4" guy saying that to you.
Well, that's what it was. I was like 6'9". Because I'm like 7'2" now. I was like 6'9" at the time. I'm like 11.
Back in 4th grade.
Yeah, I stopped growing earlier. I was like 5'8".
Yeah.
As like a 6th grader.
Oh,
red hair. Your boy was rocking acne back then.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I had bad acne, too.
Oh, dude, I was acneed up.
Is there anything that makes you more self-conscious than having pimples all over your face?
It's unbelievable because you're looking at people look at you and look at your fucking face.
Oh, that's the worst. And you see their eyes, like, hit your forehead and go back to you. And you're like, don't even. Come on.
Dude, talking to girls, like, I remember this one girl, I had a crush on her. Summer camp. I used to be a real summer camp stud.
Really?
Oh, yeah, dude. I used to light it up in the shade, And the one time we were, like, talking, and she walked away and was doing whatever, and then her friend came over and literally said this to me. This is how children speak to one another.
Sure.
I'm probably, like, 4th, 5th grade, and she was like, I don't remember what her name was. Something with a T. She was like, we'll say Trish. Slut, whore, idiot. Look what you could have been having right now.
If you're still available, please contact me.
Please, for the love of God. She was like, whatever her name is, likes you, but she said you had too many pimples.
Oh, my God.
And I was like,
you could have left that part out.
Okay. All right.
Oh, my God.
And then my two friends were like, you do have a lot of pimples, dude. Like, yeah, I mean.
That's, I think, one of the worst parts about having acne when you're young is when you have friends that don't have acne, and you're like, why me?
It's crazy.
Why is this happening to me and not you fuckers?
I don't get it. I thought my one friend had worse acne than me, but he was just nicer than I was. So they were like, what can you do?
What it was? We had so much testosterone back then. Yeah. Is that what it?
We had so much test that our face was just like flexing all the time
with testosterone.
Literally oozing.
You could pop the testosterone with a needle.
Dude, I was getting proactive on your bitch.
Oh, I used to go proactive.
I did proactive. I did Accutane.
Oh, did you? And did that completely get rid of it?
I tell people this, and they always look at me like an asshole. I did everything under the sun, like up until like 7th, 8th grade. And then just at a click where I was like, I don't fucking care anymore.
Yeah,
and it went away the next week. I swear to God, completely.
Stress.
It's all it was. It literally all it was.
I remember asking for Accutane because I had heard like, oh, that's like the one thing that cures it, but obviously there's all these bad side effects.
Yeah.
And I remember going to a dermatologist and be like, can you just I just don't want to deal with this anymore. And he's like, no, like you're just a teenager.
Yeah.
Like you'll get through this. And it's like you're diabetic. Like there's so many. He's like, don't tell me how to do my job. I'm telling you this is bad.
Yeah.
And being like devastated, and then just it does go away.
Yeah.
And you're like, thank God I didn't fuck up my whole body.
But what a doctor being so dismissive.
I know.
As if you want to be like, dude, you want to be me, 13 years old.
I know, it's hard. It's hard to explain to a kid where you're like, dude, you'll be fine. But in the moment, it's like the most important.
Oh, it's
and it's tough.
devastating.
You got to live every day just completely self-conscious.
I mean, hideous looking.
Yeah,
It's tough.
and
But
it was bad, man.
We
I
made-
had acne like throughout high school, at least like probably until like sophomore year.
Did you
remember,
really?
struggling with it? Yeah,
damn,
yeah,
that's brutal. I mean,
yeah.
but
yeah.
I mean, you have good skin now, though.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Solid skin.
Yeah, gets the job done.
I think the next half of this podcast, we're just gonna rub lotion on each other's faces.
Because I'm pretty pale. I mean, like relatively speaking.
Don't
like,
say it, dude. Not even a little bit.
I mean, like, but when I have to go out, I'm an Irish kid. I got to block up.
Yeah.
for sure.
Gotta block up.
Yeah,
Dude, I mean,
I can't be messing around.
That was the other thing. You never look sexy applying sunblock.
No.
And my mom used to be like, I'll do it for you. And I'd be like, not with this fucking audience. I'd be like, she'd be
Yeah.
dropping us off in the morning.
Yeah.
And then there'd be like the whole of the kids like going to our counters and we're all just like sitting out on this field.
Put it on your face,
Dude, rubbing my face and like getting it in my hair. And,
Were you the kid that like it wasn't fully rubbed in? Like you'd go to practice and you'd still have sunblock.
oh,
on
I
your
looked like the
face?
fucking, the dude from SpongeBob. Yeah, I looked ridiculous.
Yeah.
It was like, and she would like rub it in and I would try to look cool. So I'd have my arms crossed. Like, I'd be
Yeah.
like, yeah, whatever,
Oh.
mom. I'm not scared of melanoma.
Yeah,
you know?
like please, actually do the SPF 70, please.
Yeah, mom, you're doing a real good job.
I've gotten sun poisoning like as a young lad many of times.
What's that? Like you straight up like,
I got burnt so bad that like my face was like oozing.
oh my God.
Yeah,
Oh.
I got it. Yeah, like where like your skin starts to like literally boil to an extent.
Why'd you decide to do that?
I just was, I didn't know. Like I was just
okay.
out running around without sunblock, not taking care of business.
Yeah, dude.
And didn't realize that could happen.
Yeah.
Like your parents are always like, oh, make sure you wear your sunblock, and I'm like,
Yeah, dude.
fuck you, I'm a
Nerds.
diabetic bad boy. You think I'm worried about the sun? And then I'm like shivering in bed. Like, oh, it hurts so bad. It was bad, dude. Like you can get like scarred up from that and stuff.
Dude, it's an unbelievable relationship to have with the sun. Like
Yeah.
to live in a place where going outside sets you on fire is a fucking wild concept.
Yeah.
If there is a big man upstairs, I got to level with you. I don't love the planning on that one.
But now I think that it makes the red hair is a unique, cool thing. No? Because you're also you're like practically blonde.
Yeah, I've gotten that. Yeah, especially
Yeah.
like I did a
There's
show a little
shades
bit
of
ago.
red.
Yeah, I did a show a little bit ago, and I did a joke that involved like having red hair.
Yeah.
And it didn't do great. And then a couple of the audience members after were like, "You look blonde on stage." We didn't even know. It sounded weird that you were
Right,
like,
right.
"Oh, I'm a ginger." And
Yeah. You could totally get away with being blonde.
yeah, but that's what you know. What I thought about
With that brain?
with this brain. Hey, sis, I fucking
Carson Wentz. Hey, that's probably up there for top redhead. I mean, not
he was the
anymore.
guy back in the Diesel. Yeah,
like,
dude.
During the Super Bowl season, you were probably like, fuck.
Dude, single-handedly getting gingers laid in Philadelphia.
Oh yeah.
Pussy intake up by like
Wow.
2.6%.
He probably did so much for the community. Like during that
Unbelievable.
Super Bowl season, you're probably crushing it.
I mean, I did a joke about it, but like I had girls come up at bars and they were like, "You look exactly like Carson,"
Wow,
and they'd be
yeah, I
like,
bet.
"Yo, dude,"
Yeah.
and then I'd be like, "I'm about as good of a quarterback as he is too." you
Yeah,
know?
you're like, if it wasn't for the politics, I'd be fucking starting.
Yeah, they were like, "Pass me a drink," and I'm like, "It'll get intercepted."
She was like, let's get out of here.
She was like, "You should drink and drive home tonight." See, because you're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. What can you do, dude?
Cars is, hey, are you a football fan?
A little bit, a loose. Yeah,
Did you not play football?
I did.
You look
For like a year.
You could have balled out.
I was a basketball whore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a big
That's all
basketball
right.
whore. What did you play? You a football guy?
Yeah, I played football and then I played basketball up until freshman year.
You seem incredibly fast.
Oh, I was quick.
Yeah, you seem like a fast kid.
Quick for sure. But when you're little, only gets you so many places. You know,
That's fair.
On the court, like it was great when you were younger, and
Yeah.
then I got to high school and realized, like, oh yeah, like I don't care if I'm the fastest guy on the court. I'm 5'8",
Yeah.
5'7".
That's the humbling thing about when you get to college. Because I was thinking about playing basketball in college.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, oh, these guys are all the same height and taller.
Yeah.
But just in better shape and better at basketball.
Yeah,
Okay,
You're
got
like
it.
I could maybe get to like the same skill level as certain people, but there's certain physical attributes where it does not matter. I mean, I was
Yeah.
receiver. I was wide receiver.
Oh, were you really?
Yeah. So
Okay.
Like, of course, hitting the slot.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was too little.
You felt like a running back. I thought you were going to say a running back.
I
actually.
should have, looking back, I should have played running back.
Yeah.
But everybody on our team, we played on a competitive team. Like, the only reason I got playing time as a senior, as a receiver, was in certain packages, like if we had doubles, so I'd
Yeah.
be in the slot. But otherwise, like the other receivers in front of me, all played D1.
Yeah.
Unbelievably incredible.
Oh my god.
And our running backs were. I'm like, I'm never. So I picked my battle where I'm like, this is my best chance of getting on the field.
Yeah.
Because I'm never going to be big enough.
Okay,
I'm
fair.
never going to be as big and as fast as some of the running backs that we already had.
Right.
So I just chalked it up as an L. But I would have been way better at running back.
Well,
Anyways, let's talk high school football.
yeah. What do you guys want to
Wanna
get?
check tape?
Who's playing, dude?
Yeah.
Fall, summer in the air, or not summer in the air, fall in the air. We can go to a game.
What position did you play in basketball?
Dude, I'll tell you this. Middle school is when I was like lighting it up.
Yeah.
I was like 5 when I was in
You were
8th
still
grade.
big back then.
I stopped growing when I was in 8th grade. So
Yeah.
I was 6'2" in 8th grade.
Oh, okay.
So I was a center, but I was the only kid who could dribble. So I was like a point center.
Yeah.
And I played in the Group B CYO league.
Okay.
So like it was all the kids who like their parents just made them play sports so they wouldn't get that fat. You know,
Right,
like they
right.
they were playing video games a lot and they're like, go run around
Yeah,
for like
yeah.
an hour. So I would I would have like 35 points and we'd lose by 15 still. Like our team was god awful.
Yeah.
So I was like a point center. And I remember like this would happen a lot. It's crazy. Sports parents are out of their mind. Like I don't know if your parents were like wild sports parents.
No, they never they liked that they put me in every sport, but like they were very chill about it. Where they're like, hey, if you don't play, like I don't know, do better.
Yeah,
Like,
that's perfect.
You know,
That's
like,
really
they-
what it should be.
They didn't really give a shit.
Dude, it was like, well, so a lot of times we'd be playing games and there would be parents from the other team
Yeah.
yelling to like check my eligibility,
Really?
like that I was too old.
Oh wow.
They were like yelling it to me, and they were
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"You're not 14," and I was
Yeah.
like, "What?"
I remember parents used to do that stuff. Like if you were above 6 foot, like all the parents would they'd be like, "Oh, who's this kid?
Who's this?"
You
Yeah.
left him back." You're like, there are kids that are above 6, like start to
Well,
grow.
they were like, "Would you drive here?" And I'm like, "No, I actually didn't." And I'm like, "Does that sound 14 to you?" Like, I'm fucking voices cracking and
Yeah.
shit. And I'm like, "Is that good enough?"
I remember my best friend who is like 6'3", and he probably the same thing, like got to like 6'2", 6'3" in like 7th or 8th grade, but it was like within the year where he shot up those extra couple inches, and then all the coaches were like, "Who the fuck is this kid?
Yeah,
like
dude.
what the fuck's going?" And they're like, "Yeah, sometimes kids grow."
Yeah.
Like, and then he's still 6'3" now, but like especially when you're that much younger, that's the tallest person I've ever seen.
Oh, dude, it's a very weird feeling. I feel like I had to grow up quicker, bro. I remember this one time, I was going to my sister's. She used to do cheerleading, so they do competitions. I don't know if
Yeah.
you're familiar with how
Yeah,
it
my
works.
sister did the same thing. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. So you'd go as a kid my age. I was like, damn, I'm about to get some pussy. I'm like 11 years old. I'm like putting on my best fucking Hercules shirt.
Yeah.
And I would go in there, and we went before. My dad took me to some store that was nearby, and in the store it was nerdy Pokemon shit. I was big Pokemon kid and stuff.
Yeah. Same.
So I remember I knew that I was tall and I looked older. So I wanted to buy something Pokemon, but I didn't want to bring it in there and look like, who's this 35-year-old man just scrolling through a Pokemon book up there?
Yeah, you would get arrested.
I was like, I can't do it. My dad was like, you're 11. And I was like, you don't understand.
Yeah. And they're like, get this guy out of here.
Well, yeah, I mean, I was like, they're probably weirded out that my dad's 45. I look like I'm 32. And
Yeah.
we're like, we're just checking out the scene here at the old competition.
I could still go in and buy Pokemon cards. They wouldn't bat an eye. They'd be like,
There's
"Yeah,
a
okay,
game
kid."
shop down the street if you want to get in there.
Oh, is there really?
Yeah, some curious characters going in there. Yeah.
What kind of games? What do you mean, a board game?
Dude, all
shop?
of it. They just got it all, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you a video game guy?
No, that's my only good quality.
I am not.
Yeah.
I haven't had a system in years, but I'm thinking about getting one.
Sometimes you see a game and you're like, fuck, man, I might get back into
All my friends
it.
are on it.
Yeah.
And just for the social, I'm like, I would just want to, but then I'll hop in and I'll suck. And
Yeah.
I'll be like, get out of here, dude.
My roommate's a big video game guy, and I hear him. First of all, you're on what is it, effectively a 5-hour phone call with your boys. I'm Mario. I don't need that.
I kind of want that.
You like that?
Well,
Yeah.
I don't like doing the phone. I don't like calling people on the phone necessarily.
Yeah.
But as you get older, it's getting harder and harder to keep in touch with everybody.
That's a good point.
Then
That's a good
point. That seems like I'll crack a beer, hang out with the boys for 5 hours, talk some shit.
Yeah, that's what it is. But then it's just you turn it off and you're like, wow, I just sat there for 5 hours, huh?
That's what I'm debating is I know it's a time suck.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, there's so many other things I should be doing. If I get a video game system, it's going to be over.
I was going to say, you feel like a guy similar to me where I feel guilty if I feel like I didn't use my time well.
Totally.
I feel it,
And I used to play video games in college, but I was just give me 1 or 2 games. I was a 2K guy, loved NBA 2K,
huge. Yeah.
Madden, But if I get those, I'll sit and just play fucking games for hours.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if I do that, I'm gonna feel like shit about.
That's the thing. I was playing. I like the sports games. I'm not really a big like. I guess I like a sport game. I played 2K.
Yeah.
I was playing it like a couple months ago.
Yeah.
And I had lost. I was playing like My Career, and it was like I'd lost like 3 times in a row, and I was so angry. And I got done.
At your house?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Come by sometime, dude.
Let's
Yeah.
do it. I
That'd be
was just
sick.
about to say.
I'll get 2K22.
Because 2K, I can pick back up, and I think I'm still decent.
Yeah, it's about the same.
Yeah.
But I remember I was playing, and I was like an hour and a half in, and I was like, I haven't had any fun at all.
Yeah.
Like, this is Saturday afternoon,
Yeah.
and I haven't had an ounce of fun yet.
When I was younger, dude, I would be so addicted to these games where I would just do the practice mode sometimes.
What? Dude, who are you, bro?
I'd be doing like drills and that.
What are you, Rain Man? What the fuck?
I'd be like just running routes and like playing the games. Yeah, because like you get so bored where you're like, I've done this single game so many times where like I just need to do something different. So you start exploring every single mode in the game. And
okay, that's fair.
That's when I knew though, where I'm like, I gotta stop playing video games.
Oh, dude, I thought you were like the fundamentals of the video game. You cannot gloss over that.
I was just so bored that I was like, I just want to do something different in the game.
That's a wild stat. That's good for you, dude.
But I'm not like, there are plenty of games like that where there's like I forget what they're called, like the free roaming, like a
dude.
like
Those rip. Those are the
like
best.
what's it called?
RPG.
Yeah,
Free roam
like
RPG
Grand
type
Theft
deal.
Auto.
Oh yeah.
Even like Call of Duty, I guess to an extent when you're doing like the mission stuff.
Yeah.
But that I don't like. I need to just have a clear objective where it's like, I'd like to do like a pickup game. That's why I like the sports games, because I'm like, I have a friend, we'll play a game or two, and then I'm done. Like those things, there's so many different options. You can go on forever.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, it's overwhelming.
That's what it is, and that's the thing that used to get me. Is I used to try to get into video games.
I'm never gonna finish this,
Dude, I would turn it on and immediately get anxiety.
Yeah.
Be like, oh god, I gotta do this. Like I felt like I was like getting ready for work. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I'm like, I gotta do this. I gotta go fucking take the horse to the stable. I gotta go shoot the fucking.
Because then if you go down one path, I'm like, well, there's 4 other pathways you can go down.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna be here
It's too much.
till I'm 30.
And then I try to explain this to people who like video games, and they're like, you have something wrong with you. You know?
Or did we just, outgrow it?
You know what we did? We just fucking followed our dreams and became stand-up comedy comedians.
With Taco Bell shirts and
Hercules shirts
tank
and
tops.
Bro, it's how we roll.
Yeah.
That's what it is, dude. You know what I was thinking about? I don't know how long we've been going. Are we going along?
Let me see.
I don't want to push this over. 5:50. What do we got?
We're about what's this say?
La la la. Wow, that's weird.
yeah. We've been going like an hour.
Have we really?
Yeah, so, no rush, but,
Whatever,
we're
dude.
doing solid time on here.
Well, I just want to get your quick opinion on this,
Yeah.
and then we can scoot. You ever get the wind knocked out of you as a youth?
Yeah. I haven't in a long time.
It's adorable.
Yeah. Touch my dog again. I'll remind you what it's like.
Dude,
no, I'm joking.
He's a sweet kid. We're a couple gingers here hanging out, and you're the one ruining the mood with us, bro.
You guys are boys.
My offspring.
But I remember as a kid, like that's terrifying when you
Yeah.
get the wind knocked out of you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking about
Long
just
time I haven't.
the concept of it. And this is not, I'm not running a bit here, but this is, I've thought about this.
Yeah. What is it? Like,
Why is it when you fall, your body's like, oh shit, don't let him breathe. Dude, we got to make sure this guy does not breathe.
is it that like you hit your lung in some way, like from the impact? That
There's
it's
some
like
bullshit
you
explanation.
stop breathing or something. That is a wild thing to think about.
It's
though.
crazy. Well, the thing that made me think about it earlier, and I wanted to ask you about it, that time where like that girl that I had a crush on, when we were at summer camp, we used to take field trips every like couple weeks.
Yeah.
We went to Clementon Park. I don't know if you know Clementon
Oh
Park.
yeah. Oh yeah.
It's like you
White
get,
Trash City.
Yeah, you get
baby.
like a free needle with your entry. And yeah, they were like, we haven't used chlorine in 15 years, and you really should have a tetanus shot
Yeah.
before you get in here.
Like jump in the lake. You're like, it's green.
They're like, it's green. They're like, this is actually literally a lake. So, but so I was at the park with these like couple friends, and the girl was like one of the people in our group we were hanging out with. So it's like 2 of my buddies, and then it's like her and her friend, the friend who told me that I had pimples.
Fucking
News to me.
shout out to her.
Well, hopefully she's dead. But no, kidding. She seemed fat. So, but yeah, so we're like, we go to the water park. They have like a great water park there, and we go on the slide. And the way the slide goes, and it's good, we have some video for evidence. The slide would go like a small. It was like a straight shot. It'd be like a small drop, then a little bit of a bigger drop, and then the last one was like a huge drop. So this is after the pimples incident, by the way. And I've made up a lot of ground with her. Like her and I are like cutie, flirty type
really?
deal.
I thought you were going to say it's been brewing for years and have been plotting.
It's been working, and I got past the pimps, So we're going on the slide, and when we get on the slide, I'm like, hey, what would be cool and fun for us to do is at every drop, if we like pull up, like kind of jump a little bit, because you lay on your stomach and you're on a mat. Sorry, I should say that. You lay on your stomach, you're on a mat. So I'm like, let's pull up, and then like we'll like catch in the bottom. And they're like, oh, that sounds so cool and fun. I would love to kiss you after this. This is how I took her response. So we get on the slide, and like we all go down, and there's 5 slides across. So we go on the slide. First one, pull up right into it. And we're all like synchronized. It looks incredible. And I'm like, we're like laughing. You're getting like the butterflies when you go down like a long slope or whatever.
Are you guys on the mat at the same time? Or
So it's 5 slides all together.
Gotcha.
There's 5 of us. So we're all going at the same time.
Got it.
So I made sure I got in the slide lane next to her and everything.
Sure.
So go down the first one, catch the bottom.
So midair, you can go.
Well, I'm thinking like she'll see me and she'll be like, look at his underdeveloped body. I like what I'm seeing.
She'll go, look at the air that he's got.
Like, oh, man.
The shit that you think impresses girls. Like, I remember thinking that I could jump high.
Yeah.
Like, touch a stop sign.
It's so funny. You're like, oh, don't you like a lot of money and like muscles? And they're like, listen to
I
us.
need a man that can touch the top of that doorway.
Yeah. Well, in my head, I'm like, they'll love that. So get to the second part of the slide. And it's just all one straight shot, but you just do the drop, drop, drop.
Yeah.
So we get to the next one, pull up. This one's even better.
Yeah.
Like, we all catch it and we're like shooting out.
Yeah.
So we get to the third one, and I swear to God, we like looked at each other and had like a smile. Like, we looked and smiled. It was like in a movie, bro. So we go to the third one, and I'm like on cloud 9. So I pull up just a bit too hard. Missed the slide entirely.
What?
It's probably, not exaggerating, it's probably like an 8-foot drop at this point.
Yeah.
And I just go straight stomach onto the flat part of the slide.
Oh my God.
And it hits, wind immediately knocked out, and we look over again. She looks at me again, like to have like another smile, and I was like, you know that noise you make when you can't breathe? I was like, and she was like, oh my God. So then I had to, I can't breathe. And then my friends got to like make fun of me.
Oh my God. Yeah. Is there anything less sexy than getting the wind knocked out of you in front of a girl?
It's just letting out a belching moan.
Oh my God. That's funny.
Yeah, it's what it was. So
I used to work at a water park, so I'm very familiar with, shit like this.
Yeah.
And I remember the one time there was you do the double tube.
Oh, yeah,
and,
yeah.
This is when I was living in Wildwood, and one of the girls that was like we were hanging out with, who was our neighbor, and like, let's go on the slide together. Not a good idea.
No.
Dude, speaking of anything that's less sexy than being on the back of a tube with your hairy legs wrapped around a girl that you barely know.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember, I'm like, this is gross.
Your legs are like so stiff you don't want to touch her by accident.
Yeah, and I'm like, ew, I don't know you, like, and you're touching, and like, I just felt bad for her. Like,
yeah.
I was excited that I had a girl that close to my crotch.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But my own hairy legs wrapped around her made me sick.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Dude, this is so not romantic.
She's feeling it too. She's definitely kind of like.
And I'm thinking she's feeling it, and I'm like, this is just weird. Like, this is not a first date. Thing that you should do. So anybody out there thinking about taking the gal to the water park, wait until you're comfortable.
I'll bet you nobody is. That seems like an obvious worst case scenario.
Yeah, well, it was either that or the boardwalk. So it's like you only have.
Clearly boardwalk better option, don't you think?
Oh, 1,000%. Looking back,
it's just like
you're like, that was kind of a no-brainer.
Like, would you like to go to the Holocaust Museum for our first date? She's like, what?
She's like, excuse me, that thing's not real.
Sounds
like this girl's
got it all figured out.
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, we've been going, I didn't even realize, for over an hour, but
we're beast.
Let's land this plane. So Matt Peoples, closest friend of mine, fellow neighbor, comedian. Do you have anything coming up? I mean, plug it all, my friend.
We got you and I Porch Fest.
Yes,
on Saturday.
And I'll probably put this out tonight or tomorrow. So for
cool,
nobody listens. This is
total, we do the same shit.
Total fake it till you make
No,
it.
you'll pick up an audience quicker than we would.
Porch Fest Saturday.
Porch Fest Saturday. Me and Big Dirty Bran will be there. Rob Cody Wright, John the fat dude. By the way, like just a bad dad.
Who?
John.
John. Oh my God.
Yeah. Just a rough dad.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm surprised they still let him keep the kid after the punching.
the amount of
situation.
times I've called Dyfus for the sanctity of that kid and his wife is, got my prayers go out to them. Hopefully they can figure out. And John, hopefully he gets some help, man.
Seriously.
We'll see what happens. But
Yeah.
I don't want to get too somber, but he's a bad dad. I heard he doesn't pay his taxes actually. But
that's.
Then I got the 25th. I'll be at the V&V Adventure Farm. That's a Soul Joel's gig.
go.
We'll be with Mark DeMeo. I'm excited about that, hosting for him.
Love Mark.
Yeah, hilarious. I've seen his stuff. He's super funny.
Yeah, that's a fun gig.
Cool. Yeah, I did it way back ago.
Yeah.
And it was a good time.
Nice outdoor gig. Nice fall weather.
It'll be beautiful. I'm pretty excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it. And then October 2nd, I'll be in Harrisburg at Backyard Comedy.
Nice.
With that guy John. And then the 5th, we'll be at some barbecue place in Upper Darby. The 23rd, I'll be in the Rubank in Philadelphia.
Okay.
Cassandra D's headlining, Lemaire Lee, me, and Rob Cody. So
Love them.
be a good time.
What's your Instagram, Matt Peoples?
Matt Peoples Comedy for Instagram, Matt Peoples Comedy for TikTok. Unfortunately, got to have one.
Got one too.
There you go. Yeah.
I'm getting 1 to 5 views out there.
Me too, bro. Hell yeah,
growing.
dude. Hey, man. 5 times the amount of people who didn't try.
That's right.
And Matt Peoples on Club Penguin.
All right, cool. What's nice about this Saturday gig is, I've been doing so many road gigs that are just in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like last weekend, it was Harrisburg, Berwick, PA, and a random cruise show in Jersey, which was probably 2 hours away.
Yeah.
And then I was in New York, and to have something just down the street, I'm like,
Oh.
and don't get me wrong, no problem going on the road. Those gigs were fun.
Sure.
This will be fucking amazing. Just be able after.
Dude, Saturday.
We'll drink.
There's a block party. I'm saying we're boozing the whole
We should
day.
get lit up.
Oh, you have no
Saturday,
idea.
dude.
Oh,
Fuck
bro.
Because we don't have a night show too, so we can
Nothing.
day drink. And
Just
we were,
chilling.
We were talking about how good a day drink is.
The show is my secondary concern. The boozing is what's really.
yeah.
All right, cool.
So come out to that Saturday, and then I'm featuring for Kurt Metzger
Ooh.
at Soul Joel's Friday.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, so that should be fun.
That's sick.
But Brendan Downing Comedy on Instagram, guys. Thank you for listening. Rate, subscribe, whatever. The whole thing. Wizards Intern podcast. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you.